Everyone. It seems the hysteria has died down somewhat since Kim Silvio came out with her statement about Lloyd, and there's no need for me to go over it. We all know what that was, pretty much, anyone that's been following. And since the screenshots of sexts allegedly from Lloyd to a 14-year-old girl, and also the statement from an in-law of Lloyd's wife, since all these things have been revealed, whether they be legitimate or not, things have calmed down a little bit, thankfully. But I mean, it's understandable, because it was, for me anyway, I had no idea that these things were actually part of his history. And he does, and I didn't know that he had a history that was like this. I just knew that he was a really smarmy, arrogant sort of kind of representative for a lot of ex-Jehovah's Witnesses or apostates. So yeah, it's calmed down, which is good. And after mulling over, it is impossible to even attempt to draw any conclusions on what the things that he denies, like the Marco statement and these screenshots of sexts from allegedly from him to a 14-year-old girl. Other than those two things, we are certain of the things that he has admitted to, which I'm not going to really talk about either. And admittedly, I was keen to believe, the worst possible outcome, as I'm sure is only natural for a lot of people, but without knowing too much about the guy, or the information that we have that's been made public, it kind of feels a little bit guilty to make judgments without sources being verified. So yeah, this will probably be my last thing on the whole topic, and just have to wait until it's over, and if there is an investigation on those documents, we will eventually find out about it. Now, the reason I'm putting up this last video is because I'm baffled by it. Information brought forward by Tom, he's a former Bethelite and became an activist for the ex-Jehovah's Witness community. And I know this guy to be a credible, honest person. So with some of the things that were said in this video that relate to almost like a prediction, they've got me baffled, and I was just hoping that perhaps someone out there that maybe watches the video could shed some light on it, or just if they have any thoughts on it themselves as to why it could be that this has happened. Please let me know, or in the comments section, and help a bogan out here. I'm struggling. So in the following video, you're going to witness Tom. Now, Tom's a very passionate guy, and in this video he uses some pretty forceful and colourful language, so just be warned.
The #1 apostate channel, the #1 apostate website is run by a pedophile elder that got away with it. If you will turn a blind eye to somebody that jacked off to a kid in his capacity as a Jehovah's Witness elder, and you don't think it's a big deal because these videos he makes are so good, well, then what's the difference between you and people at the Kingdom Hall? Really? viewers
Weinstein,
ahead of
dude.
time.
He's like
Hey,
the
you get to be 5 years ahead of the curve.
Oh God.
John Cedars jacked off to a 14-year-old. He got caught, and that's why he was removed as an elder. That's why he was removed as an elder. Because he jacked off to a 14-year-old, and he got caught by his wife. And that's why his wife left him, and that's why he was removed as an elder. Now, I'm just telling your viewers off the record, because I think they'd like to be ahead of the curve, too. Your boy John Cedars is a pedophile. There's no other fucking word for it. You know, everybody has things that, oops, I guess I shouldn't do that, but hey, John Cedars, he went way over the line. He said, hey, there's a 14-year-old in my congregation. I bet I could jack off to her. I bet I could get her on the computer and we could cyber sex. I'm just saying. You know, the reason I'm going to be the one to say this is because I don't give a fuck. I mean, why? What's in it for me to keep my mouth shut? Really? It's like, oh, Tom, be quiet. You can't say that. Why not? Fuck. It's disgusting to me. You say, oh, Tom, where did you go? Whatever happened to you? You know, to me, I just can't go along with it. That everyone else is just eating this shit up with a fucking shovel. You sit at the fucking table and shovel this shit in your mouth all the time. And over and over and over again, people have been telling you, hey, wait, this guy's shady. Didn't he say that he was cyber sexting girls, quote unquote? Oh, well, don't bring that up. Yeah. And people fly off the handle. Fuck, get someone on here and explain to me how it's okay to cyber sex minors. And then, look, if you did that, and that's something that you did, I'm not saying that it's like you need to die or something. I'm saying you shouldn't be the face of Jehovah's Witness apostates and ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. That's what I'm saying. I think it disqualifies you, in my opinion. If you jacked off to a 14-year-old, no offense, I don't want anything to do with you. And I don't want your videos popping up next to mine. I don't want yours in the suggested thing. I don't want your channel showing up in my related channels. You jacked off to a 14-year-old. That's all I got to know about you. I'm done with you. You should do, if you have any decency or honor, you should delete your fucking channel, shut down your fucking website, and get the fuck out of here. Your name is on the pedophile list. The end. By the way, is there anyone in the live chat that's like, wait, I'm sure John Cedars had a good reason for doing that, and then covering it up? Come on.
I think people in the live chat are basically just as shocked as we all are, Tom.
What do you want me to say? What, do you want me to not say that he jacked off to a child? He did!
Well, it's just that considering how he's treated everybody as disposable and how he's looked at the JW community as a bunch of idiots, I think that it's time for him to go. I think you got a point. I agree with you.
Look, he's had a nice run here, hasn't he? What's this going to go on until the end of time? Are the people that know that he's a pedophile supposed to be patient and just hopes he disappears someday? Because it's not going to fucking happen. The only way it's going to happen is if people finally draw a line in the sand and say, fuck this guy. I am not going to have a fucking thing to do with a pedophile. I don't care if he's popular. I don't care if everyone says it's okay. What's the difference between that and being at the Kingdom Hall? What is the difference between the elders telling you that the problem was handled at the Kingdom Hall, so don't bring it up? You know, Cameron Fader had a video where he interviewed John Cedars, and people were asking questions, and one of the questions is, why did you get removed as an elder? And he said, oh, well, it was some sexual things that happened. And then people in the comment section, more than one people, it was 3 or 4 people started saying, how old was the youngest girl that you sexted back in this time period? And Cameron Fader got on there and started deleting the question. And then I asked him, wait, why are you deleting that question? That question didn't get answered. And he said, "Oh, well, you're making an accusation." I was like, you want two witnesses like at the Kingdom Hall before a question can be raised?"
All right, guys. All right.
Hey, I gotta go make money, man. I gotta go.
All right.
GG.
All right, buddy.
All right, man. It's exciting. Well, Tom, that was fun.
You know, I'd rather be doing something else.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
To me, it's just horrible. It's absolutely horrible that a guy jacked off to a 14-year-old, and people keep hearing about it all the time, and every time they hear about it, they say, I don't want to hear about it. Now, this Harvey Weinstein that's on TV, people can't get enough of it. People love it. Oh, that scumbag. Oh, I hope he commits suicide. Oh, and people are just loving this and everything. But then when you say, hey, that's like John Cedars, right? You heard about the thing. Oh, no, stop there, Tom. Stop. You know, we don't talk about that. He does such good work. Fuck. And the irony being, he'd still be a Jehovah's Witness if he didn't get caught being a pedophile. And the Jehovah's Witnesses know he's a pedophile. His family knows he's a pedophile. The people that are delusional and lie to themselves are you. The supposed tact. The truth about the truth. Well, shit, what's the truth about John Cedars? Oh, we don't talk about that truth about the truth. I wasn't mad at people like a year ago when hardly anybody knew about it except for like 30 people. But shit, who hasn't heard this now? And everyone is still behaving the same. They're like, I still watch his videos. His videos are so good. I've watched his videos. They're not that good. Come on. His videos are so good that it doesn't matter that he's a pedophile. Grow up, people. It's pretty bad when I got to be the one telling you people to grow up. Whatever. What else can I say? I'm done. What more do you want? If you say, well where's good old Tom? I'm not sticking around. Lost interest.
Oh, I know, man. It's mind blowing to think about. People aren't critical.
Anyway,
they don't think logically. They lose their skepticism. They hear the accent and they lose their sense of skepticism.
You know, I guess I don't get it. Honestly, I'm like, the way that people just slobber and drool over John Cedars, I'm like, I don't fucking get it. He's just reading articles that he didn't even write by other people that are. I'm like, I can't look. I could forgive everything else if he was just a general dirtbag. I'd be like, well, there's dirtbags in the world, but god damn. Pulling your dick out and jacking off in front of a 14-year-old, that's a deal breaker for me. And people are like, oh, Tom, I remember when you were, when you were like Gigi, you wanted to get out there and do something. Well, shit, I just don't feel like it anymore. You know what? It just sucks. It just sucks because I can just visualize this and see this, that if Leah Remini does have her season 3, where she takes on Jehovah's Witnesses, I guarantee you John Cedars is going to be guest number 1, and he's going to be co-hosting that fucking show with her, and that poor woman will have no idea that the slime bag next to her jacked off to a 14-year-old. Am I in the ballpark of how things are going to go down? Hey, we're not even to the halfway point. This is just beginning. We're just beginning. John Cedars intends to be around for the next 20, 30 fucking years, raking in donations and money and going on vacations. By the way, I'm sure that his thing where he jacked off to a 14-year-old, I'm sure that was a one-time thing, right? Because that's how pedophiles work, right? They do it once, and they say, I got caught. I'm sure, oh, by the way, when his wife walked in and caught him, I'm sure that was it was a perfect storm where he did it that one time, and his wife caught him, and then he never did it again. It was just that bottleneck of events that happened once. Right? And that's why we should never bring it up again. Correct? Well, all right, I've been put in my place. Yeah. By the way, I'm not trying to get a Patreon from you. I'm not trying to collect money to go on a vacation from any of you. So I don't need a fucking thing from you. I'm giving you free, advanced, one-time only information. John Cedars is a pedophile.
He's like
Hey, you get to be 5 years ahead of the curve.
This is a video that Joel put out from the Vast Apostate Hour, which I believe was on his channel 5 years ago and was either taken down or he took it down. But that's where it comes from, and I've sort of cut it up just to include the relevant things to my point, with which Tom talks of. If you do want to watch the complete video, you can source it at his channel there, Joel's channel, at Vast Apostate Hour, and see what's being said in my video in full context.